Welcome to One, the Mini Podcast Project. I'm your host, Anthony Cruz, and today is December 7th, 2017, and it is almost midnight. Oh, God. It's late. I'm tired. If I yawn in your ear, please forgive me. I'm kind of barreling through this. It's almost, we got some time left until it's December 8th, but we'll chalk it up and say it's the 7th. We're gonna do things a little bit differently. We have some sponsors, so I want to get sponsors. We got some advertisements, so let's get that out the way first. Hopefully, we'll have more advertisements in the future, but we'll have some advertisements now, and then we'll get into the topics. Since it's a mini podcast project, it's got to go slow. So it's got to go low time. I can't spend too much on this. So let's read some advertisements. All right. The first one we got is belly linters. All right. Why be a victim to harder than rock pillows you slept on your entire life? Cotton, feathers, and memory foam are a primitive way to enjoy a night's rest. Thankfully, the people at Belly Linters have the pillow that will change the way you rest. Belly Linters signature pillows are made from the finest belly lint possible, grown and harvested from the deepest belly buttons on the planet. Belly Linter pillows are the highest and softest available, and you can only get it at bellylinters.com. That's bellylinters.com. Use the promo code SweatyFatGuy to get a 20% discount. And just remember that bellylinters.com. I think I just jacked that up. You give me an advertisement, I jack it up. Bellylinters.com. Soft as your daddy's belly. All right, so that's Belly Linters. And let's see what else we got. Especially. Give the gift that is personal as it is unique. Whether it's the holidays or just to say I love you, give the gift that butts its way to the heart of the people that you're close with by giving them the die-cast metal replica of your booty. Especially casting can immortalize your posterior in Price's gold finish. And if gold is not your metal of choice, Especially offers a wide variety of finishes that's tailored to your preference. They offer stainless steel, copper, aluminum, even high resin porcelains and plastics. Especially statues are a unique and wonderful way to have the family and friends remember a side of you they never expected to see. Aw, ain't that adorable? Visit Especially.com and reserve your appointment and let the experts cast and mold your derriere. And if you purchase now, you'll get 60% off your next purchase at Especially. Well, that's pretty good. You buy one now and you get 60% off. So, we're coming up on the holidays, you can, do one and then you make another one for somebody else. Give it to your, other girlfriend or something. Especially, anything but. So, yeah, visit Especially.com and get that stuff done. All right, so that's it for the advertisement. I didn't have a lot. This is something new. All right, and let's get into the podcast. All right, so hello everyone. I hope everybody's doing good, and welcome to One, the Mini Podcast Project. As I said before, my name is Anthony Cruz, and I don't know. This is a new format, so let's see how well it picks up. So what's been happening with me? Well, I'm tired as fuck right now. But I don't mind pushing through. Anybody who knows me knows I like food. It's no secret. I enjoy the fuck out of food. Especially pulled pork. You give me a pork loin, roasted pork shoulder, bening, all that, I'm all over it. Pork chop, pork ribs, pork this, pork that. I'm all over it. So the other day I picked up like two pork loins, totaling about 2 pounds. And I cooked that son of a bitch for about 8.5 hours. I slow cooked it, and I knocked it out the park with this one. I laid it over a bed of apples, right? Then I dry rubbed it in a special apple rub, applewood rub that gives it like an applewood smoky taste to it. And then I added the usual of like garlic and onions and what's that shit that people like, oranges. So I added zest the oranges and squeezed the juice from the oranges on there, and then you cover it up. That's it. That's all you need to do, and you need slow cook it for about 8 to 10 hours. Now, I've OD'd in the past where I've cooked it for 12 hours. I'll put it in one of those slow cookers, and I'll put it there for 12 hours. So let's say I start at 12 midnight. Then I'll cook it all the way through to 12 noon or something like that, and it just peels apart. Like once you open it up and it's been cooking in its own juices and steam, the apples are all but evaporated. It just comes apart. It's amazing. It's amazing. But in this case, I kind of started late and I cooked it for about 8.5 hours, which still within itself was just so damn tender. It was so crazy. And I was able to, make that last for 2 to 3 days. Just that. And I have the habit of taking something like that to my 9 to 5. So you take that and you put that on a piece of bread with some barbecue sauce and stuff like that, and you got yourself some down south barbecue cooking right there. That's some stuff for the ages. So I remember there was a time, I think it was back in like 2006 or 7, if I had to guesstimate right, because this is a while back. But I went on a huge barbecue pulled pork hunt in my city just to find like the best barbecue. So anywhere I go that had pulled pork on the menu, it was on, man. I was just like, let me get that. Like, oh, but we're known for making like chicken wings. No. You keep your fucking chicken wings. I need that damn pork. That shit is going in my face right now. So, yeah, I was on this barbecue pulled pork excursion to find the best barbecue pulled pork. And I remember one place that I went to, and I'm so tired now, damn if you ask me if I remember what it is. But I remember going to one place. It was just like heaven. It was absolute heaven. And that was, to me, the best place in the city. And maybe if I remember it, I can come back and tell you what it is so that you can go there and experience for yourself. But yeah, no. But most of the places I went to, nearly all of them made the pulled pork amazing. Just absolutely amazing. You'll be hard pressed to find a barbecue pulled pork spot that sucks. Because you can go to Dino BBQ, whatever, Dinosaur BBQ down in 125th Street. They make awesome barbecue there. There's another barbecue spot on the lower west side, maybe off of like 10th or 11th Avenue. Damn if I can remember the spot. I tell you, my brain is liquid mush right now. I kind of wish I was a little more prepared for this. I started name dropping places that I have no name to. But trust me, you get that little sweet tooth. Like it's like when you eat something and all you can think about is having that one thing. That's how it was with me. It was like pizza. Like I was like on the hunt to find the best pizza in the city. Because everybody claims their pizza is the best, but you gotta find what works for you, right? So yeah, that was that. We're coming up on the holidays, all right? So Christmas is right around the corner. I hope everybody has either completed their Christmas shopping or or at least starting to, but they're ordering their stuff now, because if they order, how it's, it takes time for you to get your stuff. So I've ordered my Christmas gift. They're getting ready to go. And it's getting harder and harder to this, to figure out, what the people closest to you, what to get them. You know what I'm saying? Some people just say, oh, just give something from the heart. But man, fuck. Either I'm out of touch with the people around me, or I don't fucking know what they like. I don't know what they like. And especially my family, they're pretty blessed. They have all they could ever really want. You know what I'm saying? They're not rich people. My family's not rich, or they're not anything like that. But their lives are full, and they have a lot of things, and everybody wants something, but they don't really can vocalize, oh yeah, I need this. This will be useful to me. You fill it up with stuff that can be replaced, like a TV or a video game system or something like that, or even clothes or shoes or stuff like that. These are material things, and they have all that. They have so it's not like I can go and say, well, here's this tablet, you'll be happy with this. I don't think it's gonna quite work out that way. So I would have to be more creative in choosing the gifts that I want to give to these people. And that's the hard part. What the hell do you give people? Last year, one of the most creative things I have ever did was give my mom a date in a box. And what that means is, no, it's not a sex toy. No, what it is that I got one of those signature Christmas cans, the one with Santa Claus on it and stuff like that. And I stuffed it with gift cards, gift cards to eat at a restaurant, gift cards to enjoy a movie, gift cards for this, that. And I told her, I said, this is your date in the box. And she goes, and she sees the gift cards, and I say, you pick a day, and you and I will go and we'll do these things, and this will pay your way. And then I'll pay my way when we go, and then we'll do this together. And she absolutely loved it. It was great. So yeah, it's just being creative and trying to figure out a way of giving gifts, especially when people especially the kind of circle of friends that I got. They got games, and they got movies, and they got, statues and figures and stuff like that. And at some point, it does get redundant when you keep buying the same thing over and over again. So I try to come up with new ways to kind of, put a spin on things. So I hope you do the same. I hope you have it more, you're more in tune with your loved ones and are able to get them something nice and special for the holidays. And yeah, that's it. I think I spoke about it before, about my interest in paintball and airsoft and things like that. Anybody who's not familiar, well, paintball is pretty self-explanatory. Paintball, anybody knows, is you get into a paintball battle. You have these paintball guns, and you shoot the paints at each other, and the paint explodes on your body in these different colors and stuff like that, and you can get into these skirmishes. Airsoft is like paintball, but there's no paint. It's BBs. And they take that to another level, because all the guns in airsoft are crafted after real weapons, replicas of real weapons, and then they use real tactical gear and things like that for their skirmishes, for their wars and stuff like that. And people go to these big battles somewhere out in the sticks where 200 people play against each other, and they spend a whole weekend of doing battle and stuff like that. And they have a lot of videos on YouTube, online, of these skirmishes, airsoft and paintball alike, and they're really fun. Um, but those are very expensive hobbies to get into, right? So I mean, you can spend easily over $1,000 on equipment for either one of those, for either airsoft or paintball. So for those who are a little more on a budget, can kind of take the next step. I won't say down, but the next step to a little more mainstream. And that brings me to the next topic, which is Nerf. Anybody who knows Nerf knows they make the Nerf balls and the Nerf guns, and the dart guns and things like that. Well, the new stuff now they have this new line. It's not that new. It's been out for a while now, but it's a newer line called the Rival Series, and the Rival Series is meant to be more of a competition based, like Nerf gun experience. So this is designed for teenagers at a certain age and up. So when you use these things, it comes with the mask. You got to wear protective equipment on your face. The weapons go from either spring action, where you cock the gun and shoot it, or all the way to fully automatic or semi-automatic weaponry. So all you have to do is just hold the trigger and these things shoot automatically. So and these things fly at nearly from, like, let's say an average of 90 to 110 square foot per FPS, foot per second, or something like that. Kilometers per, I don't know. It's something to that effect. It's really fast paced, and they don't shoot darts. They shoot round foam balls, projectiles. So yeah, no, it's really cool. It's really fun, and the prices are good. I mean, you can go and get a starter gun for about $25, and you get a face mask and maybe an extra clip of ammo. All in all, you're probably spending about $50 in total just to get started, and that would be essentially enough just to get you on the field. And then as you invest more in it, you can get better weaponry, attachments for the guns. You can get like a protective vest. You can get a different mask. You can get what they call it, crap. What's that shit they call? Like signature special edition guns. Like they have like a Deadpool special edition gun and Star Wars Boba Fett special edition gun and mask. And they're pricey and stuff like that. But in comparison to like airsoft and paintball, they're quite they're quite less than those. So that was it. That was my goal. My goal was to get into this that was affordable, because I had sort of this intention of getting people to notice this sort of Nerf gun thing and jump on board, and then hopefully sometime in the coming year have a party where everybody can get together, adults and kids who want to participate, and they can get these guns, and we can have a real battle. And then in between the battles there'll be food like pizza and sandwiches and things like that, and music, and everybody just coming together and having a good time. And then the only problem with doing that is that we don't live in suburbia. All right, we're in the damn city, right in the heart of New York, in the 5 boroughs. Like, where do you have these parties? I know if you live in the projects, you have you have a community room. Any large enough community room will suffice. You just have to find a spot that will host you and wouldn't have a problem with what you're trying to do. But yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. It's not like you can shoot these things in an apartment. You'll wreck some shit trying to shoot these off in an apartment. You don't want to do it in any hallway of any building, you'll just not only cause a ruckus, but you'll disturb your neighbors and stuff like that, and so the only thing you really have is either go out to the park somewhere and do it, which is, I don't know, it's kind of lame in a sense because it's too open, and there's something fun about having this sort of close quarter combat kind of thing with like cover that you can run in and out of. So trying to find a nice open wide space, and then have enough room to not only have the skirmishes, but to also have a section where people can go sit down and have food and enjoy themselves and talk and things like that. So that's the sweet spot right there. Just trying to find something that offers both. And then, like I said, when you're dealing with the city, like you try to rent a place, it costs money. You could easily pay up to $300 to $400 on a space for just a few hours. You won't even get it for the time, the amount of time you're wishing for. And there's just certain things to think about when you're gonna put together something like this, because not everybody's gonna be able to afford the Nerf rival guns, right? They're gonna buy whatever crazy little dart gun they can find, right? And that'll have to suffice. But they won't necessarily go in there with the protective eyewear that they need. So you got to figure out something for them. And that's it. And then you got to have people who's willing to participate as like referees, to be involved. So it's a lot of little things to think about when putting this together. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna really push to do it. I'll try to see who I can get to do it with me. That would be fantastic. And it's something that the family hasn't done before. So for me to be a part of that new experience, it's amazing. And that's it. That's what I'm looking forward to. And Christmas will kind of kickstart that whole thing. So I'll follow up. I'll come back with updates about that. And there's not much else to say about that. I'm practically falling on my face. I'm surprised I haven't yawned on this freaking thing. So I'm going to end it right there while I still have my dignity. whatever the hell little dignity I ever had to begin with. So thank you for joining in on this podcast. I'll be reading more fake news on the next time, and fake news, fake advertisements, this is me stuttering. This is Stuttering Tone saying goodbye, good night, and all that good stuff. Thank you for visiting the One-to-One mini podcast project. I've been your host, Anthony Cruz. Make sure to visit me on Instagram and Twitter at Tone and Stereo. Visit my Facebook page, Art Graphics Inc. And visit my website, artgraphicsinc.com. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, and peace out.